Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Starsector. What have we done off camera? We had a little bit of a fiddle about with our fleet. I can't, to be honest, I did it after the last episode, and I kind of lost track a second of what I've done. I've removed a ship, I believe. No, I didn't remove anything. I threw a couple of our ships into storage in Ansira Station. Let's have a look what we've got going on here. 100 units of transplutonics required at Ansira. That might be really useful for us, actually. We are a smuggler. We can get that sort of stuff going on. Where can we get? Ah, there's an excess of them at Yama. We'd be remiss to not accept this mission. It would be incredibly stupid of us to not accept this mission when it is our raison d'etre. Okay, so we came into Ansira with our fleet and we offloaded a whole bunch of our stuff. What we got in here, we put some of our ships in storage. So we chucked our fuel tankers in. I also purchased a salvage rig, which I actually did to try and offset the suspicion I'd raised from purchasing items on the black market. The less said about that, the better. And I also purchased a Convectoria, I believe. Oh, I wish my brain worked half as well as it's meant to. And I believe, I purchased a Hammerhead support destroyer. No idea what any of this is going to do to assist our fleet, but I've had a run around in the Hammerhead before, and I'm aware that it can put out some fucking damage. So that's why we did it, really. We were flying around in the custom combat freighter, and it was doing not a lot for us. I would like to do a little more that isn't specifically freighting goods about the galaxy. A few bounty missions maybe. So we needed something with a little more firepower. I think maybe we've got a little bit too much firepower compared to our ability to freight goods, but there you go. Yeah, no, we've got, there you go, we've got a couple of freighters. We've got 3 freighters now. Maybe 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 freighters, drone tender, frigate, destroyer, a light support destroyer. So we've got a mixture there of vehicles now. We'll probably do with some more fast-paced ships. A couple of shuttles maybe. I'm not really sure what sort of assistance they provide to a fleet in combat. Let's have a little look. The ship is on the hegemony auxiliary list. Okay, yeah, sure, it's a hegemony ship variant of the Kite shuttle. Familiar civilian design, the Kite class aero shuttle is the day-to-day reminder of Fabrique Orbital's reputation for aeronautical engineering. A valuable specialty even in the age of space travel. This compact space aircraft is streamlined for efficient atmospheric flight and boasts a grid of cleverly distributed short burst maneuvering thrusters coordinated by a Delta-level AI subsystem to ensure smooth landings. A point driven home by Fabrique's marketing by way of amusing ad holos featuring a well-dressed couple and an over-full wine glass. The Kite has powerful engines for a civilian ship of its size, though Zero's G maneuverability leaves something to be desired. That's no good then. I was thinking if we're going to pick up anything small, it should be amazingly maneuverable. We want some sort of fast, harassing vehicle. Maybe that's not the one. Not really sure what role shuttles play in Starsector yet. It does have maneuvering jets. but only small ballistics and small missiles. I mean, is it worth dropping 10 grand on something like that? We could get a couple for 5 grand. But that is the auxiliary variant of it. I think we'll give it a whirl with what we've got already. We've stashed our salvage rig. Is it worth storing anything else? No, we're not taking. We don't need to ship our salvage rig around for the moment. Definitely don't need the fuel that we would be able to take with a super tanker. So let's have a quick look at our missions, see if there's anything else in the area. For the amount of money that we earn, but I suppose the benefit of doing a probe mission isn't in the analysing of the probe itself. It's more what we could obtain out here in deep space. How long does it take to get there? 26 days. So we could piss about doing this mission and then contemplate still coming over there. So I think we're going to take it anyway. I'll save just in case I change my mind, because that's what I'm like. I'm flaky. So I'll take it. Despite having just previously said that flitting about the galaxy isn't really something I want to be doing anymore. That is a significantly sized bounty, but it is also vastly, in fact, I'll go so far as to say vastly superior fleet to what we're currently working with. Maybe we've passed far enough into the beginning game that we're going to be up against some seriously powerful bounties if we start taking bounties. Personal bounty, that's quite a meaty one. That's quite a meaty one. There's some low-level bounties. No. So all the bounties available, pretty nasty. I think that would just rinse. That's a freighter, a destroyer, freighter, frigate, support frigate. Okay, the fleet may contain upwards of 5 other ships. We're not cut out for that right now. So what missions have we got accepted? We've got the procurement. Fuck it, we're going to take that. Just because we wanted to go all the way back over here anyway to check out this debris field. So we'll do the mission that we're currently on. And which is to go and obtain some transplutonics, which the nearest and best place to get those from is from Nakara, which is 4.6 light years to the top right, which will be there. 100 units we need. Let's vamonos. Hopefully we're not going to stumble across any helmets over here. Now, despite my opening of good morning, good afternoon, good evening, it is in fact evening. It's late evening. I was lying in bed after a very long day of work, unable to sleep. So I decided it was wise to come down and record an episode rather than waste my time doing nothing. Analyse minor weapons cache in the complete opposite direction to where we're heading, so not relevant. But I would like to take on an analyse weapons cache mission in the future. That sounds like it could be something that's extremely useful. So, are we going somewhere? We're going to Yama, specifically, in the Nakara jump point. We're obtaining, if I recall correctly, transplutonics. Hopefully we're not going to be stumbling into anybody horrific and dangerous here. Oh, there appears to be some ships here that maybe we can salvage whilst we're here. There's definitely some ships that we can salvage while we're here. He's back to that salvaging. He just can't help himself. This is... Ooh, consider ship recovery. That is a pretty beastly ship. A super freighter. I mean, as I know, a super freighter would cost us a significant. I'm gonna recover it, and then I'm gonna mothball it immediately. Oh my goodness. There is a battle occurring over here that we do not wish to become embroiled in. I think something terrible is happening here. So we can get in here and oh my goodness. Can we get in here and get our goods and get the fuck out of here whilst all this shit's going on? So we need 100 units. 100 units can be bought at a lower price. Okay, thank you very much. What you got in the way of ships, boys, while I'm here? A destroyer. That could well be something I'm interested in the future. I know we need a couple of Nebula civilian transports if we're ever hoping to start colonizing. It's definitely important to me to consider colonizing. I don't think it's important enough that I'm going to put myself in the firing line. Okay, we don't have proper docking authorization at the moment. Yeah, it's definitely something I'm really interested in. If we're ever planning on slapping ourselves down on a planet and making a colony, it's really important to me. Actually, that's what I said I was going to do from the outset. So, do you know what? I might, whilst we're in this system anyway, I'm just going to grab a couple. They're relatively cheap. We can grab some crew for them whilst we're here. Are we undercrewed? No. What's it likely to cost us to sell this? Sorry, it does make us a lot of money to mothball it. Let's have a look at that. What's it likely to cost us? Okay. We'll just mothball that bad boy again. I mean, it's terrible. It's a terrible idea. We should probably just scuttle the fucker. Because I imagine that's going to cost us in the hundreds of thousands to repair. But I mean, a super freighter is ludicrously useful, I imagine, in the long run. So, are we still dark? No, we want to be dark though, don't we? Cerberus, a pirate Cerberus. We're just going to salvage whatever gets left here whilst we're in the area. Let's see if we can make some money out of this war, even if we're not specifically engaged in it. I mean, it's a terrible idea. Someone's gonna spot us, I imagine. Probably any moment. Can we get anything out of this? Oh, I'm gonna be a real arsehole. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm getting out of here before it's too late. It's time to go. I mean, something terrible could happen at any moment, and I don't really want it to happen to me, so leaving the area, definitely preferable to getting blown up by a bunch of pirates, who seem to have now left the area, or they... Oh, we leave the area, I think. Yeah, we get out of here. Sorry everybody that lives here. Ain't my problem anymore. I mean, I appreciate all you've done for me, but I ain't getting killed for none of you. Not a single one of you. That's going to be relatively painful. We need to land in It was in Ansira. We need to return these goods to. Anything going on anywhere near where we're landing? Oh, okay. Ansira also wants 100 units of heavy machinery, which I think we could probably afford to smash out for them. So let's do that. We've definitely picked up plenty of heavy machinery whilst we've been out here. What we got in the way of heavy machinery? Loads. Back in loads. Did we take the mission on? We've got no contraband, thanks very much. Don't come at me with your aggressive stance. Open the comm directory. So here is your heavy machinery, thank you. Open the comm directory. Here is your transplutonics. Thank you very much. What else can we sell while we're here? We can hopefully bolster the economy by selling some guff back to them. I think I'm going to chuck some of these weapons in storage rather than... Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Our fleet is carrying 29 fuel. Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. That's going to cost us 21 grand to fuel up. Not too big a problem. And now we dump a load of this in storage. Yeah, we dump all these weapons in storage. Illegal to put that in storage. Okay. Can we refit this ship? How much is it going to cost to restore this? 311,000. Whereas, what is it? It's an ISS Cinera super freighter. So how much does a super freighter cost if you were to buy one? Probably nowhere near what it would cost to repair that one, and I don't think it really has anything that makes it worth doing that. It's only got a standard civilian grade hull. Let's just fuck it off. It gives us a bunch of supplies and machinery and fuel. Done. So we could probably do with storing these two. Store, and then getting our fuel tankers back out if we're going to travel a long distance. And we want our salvage gantry. If we could purchase another salvage rig. I mean, if we're traveling all the way across the galaxy there, I think extra salvage. Do we want the big one? I mean, that gives us a fuel capacity of 600. It's not going to cost us 600 fuel to get all the way over there. So, I'm going to put that one away. We're going to take that one. Nope, I did it again. What a plonker. Is this unwise? Our fleet is repaired. Supplies are looking good. Fuel is going to use 28 fuel and 1.8 light years per day. Let's have a look how long it's going to take us to get over here. So that's going to cost us 300 fuel. Fuck off. Really? We also had a... no, it was exploration. A debris field. 408 fuel to get out there. So we need 800 fuel, really. I mean, that's where we're at with it. Crazy. And supplies. What do we need for supplies? Nope. Once again, we need it on the fleet log. So supplies is going to cost us 40 days worth of supplies. So 80 days of supplies. And 2 a day. Oh, we can get that done pretty well, pretty easily, I think. So now we need to consider what we don't need to take with us. Like this heavy autocannon. Don't know why that's suddenly on our ship. I thought we had popped everything into storage. Apparently not. Right, we're going all the way out here. We might need to stock up on some... They don't have any heavy machinery here. Okay. We might need increased supplies though. What's our suspicion like? Medium. Okay, let's take whatever supplies we can get there. That puts us on high suspicion, no problem. I think maybe take an extra 40 crew just in case we get a couple of extra trips or something en route. And so we don't have to mothball them. So what's our fleet looking like at the moment? We'll refit this bad boy. I don't really know what variants you get of a what is it called? Sorry, a salvage rig. I mean, fuel tanks, cargo holds. I mean, nothing really worth shouting about, so we'll just take what we can on that. And just a standard loadout with that. Could we add anything to this that makes it worth? Auxiliary fuel tanks is probably really useful. I mean, ideally, we're not going to take it into any battles. But, I mean, you never know, do you? You never know. Okay. Time for plan B. Make a move across the system. Well, it's been 25 minutes of pissing about. I might well edit some of that out. I don't know. We'll see. It might be a really, really long mission. It might be a really, really long episode. But we're on our way. It's time to go. I don't know what happened there. So we're charging out to the Alpha Grens system. We are using 2 supplies a day and a ass fuck ton of fuel, I imagine. I'm hoping we don't take too much damage en route. We're also going to avoid getting into too much like distraction en route. We're just gonna aim for the end goal. Let's just double check how long it's meant to take us. 27 days. So I mean, as long as we've got 60 odd supplies, if we say 200 supplies by the time we get there, that should be sufficient to hold us over. Is there anywhere worth exploring? Some black holes. Holes? Some black holes. Should we check Green on the way through or on the way back? I mean, it's a mission, isn't it? So we've got 80 days to complete it. It's going to take us 18 days. We may as well go to Green on the way, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. The other one is it doesn't have a date set on it, so we'll take them one at a time. Last couple of Starsector episodes have done really well, and it's been really enjoyable playing the game, and it's been definitely uplifting to find that people are actually interested in watching them. I mean, it makes the effort of playing a computer game definitely worth it. So anybody that's taken the time to be part of, we bought a second salvage rig that we haven't brought out with us, didn't we? If I'm not mistaken, I think we bought a second salvage rig that we didn't bring with us. So that's a real fuck up. But there you go. Mistakes were made. I think maybe we should possibly run dark at this point, just in case something bad happens. Is it worth taking on these automated defenses to see what happens? You don't need to take any of the non-combative vehicles. Let's see what happens. So drones. Take the middle one out, I reckon. Just go straight for the big bad boy here. Oh, he did not last long at all. Okay. That's not a problem then, is it? Because clearly these damaged drones, or whatever they are, not really worth worrying about. out my way, lad. Oh, there's one round here. Let's go around here. Oh, that was a nice easy battle. It's good that we've got a crew that makes it worth it. A fleet that actually does some damage now. Your forces were able to gain a complete victory in the last engagement. We all gained some experience. Our Lawe Ano Nuevo is ready to level up. As your fleet finishes mopping up the automated defences, a weak hyperspace ping is detected coming from the probe. It's unclear if this is a random noise from a dying subsystem or some kind of encrypted signal. My goodness, hopefully we haven't just called in some reinforcements. I hope we have not just called in some reinforcements. That would be an incredibly bad thing. Okay, a little worried, to be completely honest. So we are looking for, what are we looking for in this sector? We're looking for something specific. It was the domain era probe. Is orbiting a jump point in the Green system. So let's kind of look at these jump points. Let's see what we've got going on. Are there any probes orbiting this jump point? I believe the answer is no. Let's check over the Omicron jump point, whilst also manoeuvring around the corona of this sun so we don't completely screw ourselves over. There appears to be a probe around that one there. It's the one we're looking for. In our sensor package, you tap a button to execute the black box sensor package and wait for it to finish. On completion, it provides an escrow key that authorises the agreed upon amount to be transferred to your account. Let's explore this probe. Just some salvage. Oh. That gave us another core, an AI core, which is massively useful for us. We're going to jump through the jump point now. We can get out of this system nice and quickly. We still run in dark. Nope, the transponder is off. Okay, let's carry on down to our fleet log and in the debris field. That didn't work for some reason. So I think this is actually quite helpful in showing you where the density potentially of the... Yeah, that shows you the density of the nebulous storms. It shows you your fuel range. It shows you exploration data. So these are potentially systems that you've already checked, or systems that you haven't checked. Unsurveyed. Some unsurveyed stuff there. Cool. I'm going to have to take some time to have a little look into that. Show only the names of star systems and planets known to be inhabited. So if we turn that off, oh marvellous, there's lots of stuff to be seen here. Wow. Okay, that definitely needs, that warrants further exploration into what information we can gather from the star map there. Even after all the hours I've put in on camera, off camera, there is still so much about the game that not only that I have to learn, but that I'm learning every episode. I'm picking up new stuff. Thankfully I'm far enough into the game now that I believe that I'm outside of that period where I refuse to watch videos on it, and that I that adamant attitude that I want to learn it all for myself. Now I want to know that I'm doing good stuff and know the potential things that I can do. So I'm a little bit more happy to seek out advice. This can take on these automated defences again, and that went really quite well last time. So everybody protect your boy. Maybe somebody could go and secure the key locations in the system. That would be really helpful. The difference between this fleet and the previous fleet is palpable. And we just eat through these missiles now. There's still a ship or two over here. Ooh, let's get around that, please. Done. Claim our victory there. Pick through some wreckage. Does that put us over? It does a little bit, so let's drop some of this shitty metal that we don't need. Some survey data, also not very useful for us. Okay, salvage operations. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Mash. Done. I don't really know how character leveling up works. We've got 2 character points here. There was something we wanted to do. It was possibly sensors for detecting in-system entities. -25 detected at range doubles the effectiveness of the Go Dark ability. I think that's really useful for us, so that's what we're going to do. Excellent. Now, I mean, is that where we are? We're on those cargo pods already, yeah? Yeah, we are. So our mission. Whilst exploring a derelict ship, your crews found a partially accessible memory bank containing information that indicates a debris field is located in an asteroid field in the Alpha Grens star system. So it's, fuck me, it's somewhere around the outside of this. That's a heck of a wide area that it could potentially be. I mean, that could have us using a lot of supplies, so I don't know that we're going to be performing surveys on planets for the meantime. Especially at 23 supplies a day, we might have to... Is that because we're repairing? 5 a day for repairs. Okay, we're cool. Should be back to normal pretty soon. Maybe it's worth considering dropping our... No, we'll just have a little explore around the outside of this asteroid field. Hopefully it shouldn't be too long before we stumble across what we're looking for, which... Who knows? Could be bloody anywhere, couldn't it? We're reaching what appears to be a very good time of the year for games at the moment. There's a few things that have just come up that I have become immensely more interested in. There's a lovely platformer game that I've had my eyes on for a while called Skull, which is very reminiscent of one of my childhood favourites, which is Kid Chameleon. So that's definitely something that I'm going to be checking out either on stream, which you can check out at twitch.tv/arsenic_candy. The streams have been a bit bare recently with work and the aforementioned car issues that we had. But streams will be ongoing. There's some potential upgrades for the stream in the pipeline involving new audio equipment, etc., which I'm very much looking forward to. but I will drop more information about that as I have it. What else have we got going on? Other games. The RimWorld DLC, the first official RimWorld update. First official RimWorld DLC has just dropped. Completely unexpected for me. RimWorld has a very special place in my heart. It was one of the first Let's Plays I ever recorded that never made it onto YouTube because I was thoroughly embarrassed about, one, how bad I was at playing it, despite having played it for years. I was thoroughly embarrassed about it. I'm hoping this is the debris field we're looking for because it's starting to get a little bit shit. It is not. Oh, fuck. Your salvage crews find a functional memory bank in the debris. It contains information indicating that a domain-era probe is located in the heart of the Gamma Alton star system. Oh, an accident during the operation has resulted in the loss of 3 heavy machinery. That's okay. We can mitigate that loss relatively easy. So yeah, the new RimWorld DLC and Skull, both of which I will be picking up in about 3 minutes time when payday hits. I also have the February Humble Bundle, which I was debating on even getting because I had 2 of the big games from it, being Frostpunk and something else which I can't remember, but I'm really interested in Pathfinder. Is it Kingmaker, I believe it's called? I am a fucking nerd, so that really has appealed to me. And there's a few other things in there, like Book of Demons, I think it's called. And even though I already own Frostpunk, a very good friend, I say good friend, somebody who I know from the internet, who is a treat of a person, which is Tipner, who you can find over at www.twitch.tv/Tipner, Tipner. He is having a charity live 24-hour live stream in aid of the Diabetes UK Cymru, which is Wales. I probably butchered the Welsh language there, which not only is going to get me universally hated by all of Wales, but also parts of my family, as I am of partially Welsh descent myself. So, got a lot of apologising to do there. Sorry, Nan. But it's a really good cause. It's very close to Eric's heart and Tipner's heart. There you go. And if you get the time and the inclination, please take the time to pop over and visit Eric for his stream, because I know it'd mean a lot to him and it'd mean a lot to me. I'm giving away a bunch of games there, so yeah, don't miss out. So, the probe's memory banks are partially accessible and contain full survey data for Alpha Grens 4, a volcanic world located some distance away from the centre of the Alpha Grens star system. The world is notable for having ultra-rich, rare ore deposits. I still don't know if we've actually located the thing that we were fucking looking for. We have not. I mean, where is... This has got to be the asteroid field that we're looking for. There is no other asteroid field in the system, as far as I'm aware. Hopefully we can stumble across what we're looking for any second, because it's starting to get a little bit fucking boring. What it'll be is I'll have looked away from the screen for a couple of seconds and I'll have missed a very important part of the asteroid field that contains something useful. I hope that's not the case. It could well be that. Is it that debris field? Did we already search that one? get the feeling we did. Have a little whip around a little bit and see what we come up with here. I can't really see anything else that has looked like a debris field. So let's have a look. Neutrino detector reconfigures the fleet's dry field to act as a neutrino detector, allowing detection of human-made artifacts and occasionally fleets at extreme ranges. So how do we do that? Is that directing us towards something? Know that it uses volatiles, I believe, in order to run that. I'm not sure if these like corona things on there are pointing towards anything, so we'll have to find out. They appear to be. Yeah, okay, that's pointing towards the planet. That which appears to me maybe to have some. No, we don't have the crew for it. Never mind. I'm guessing it's got some ruins on it that we could have explored, but alas, that's not to be. So, where's that directing us towards? Let's go there and have a look. What we got here? Just some... Oh, we lost some heavy machinery there. It was pointless anyway. Oh. That is not a fleet we wish to be tackling there. Jesus, I'm glad we got away from that. Christ. Okay, I think it's time to... What is that? Is that a debris field of some description? Or am I being a twat? I think I'm being a twat. So let's head over to what we do know is a debris field. Go from there. It is probably almost certainly time to just abandon whatever we were doing here. I think a safe exit is preferable to finding whatever could potentially be, but not necessarily definitely here. I mean, we are using an awful lot of supplies on our travels as well. I think we definitely we searched that debris field already. I'm pretty sure we did. Let's have a look. It's only going to cost us 45 supplies, so we might as well do it. And let's go and... Okay, I am... confused. We didn't stumble across any other debris fields in the asteroid belt. Let's see if that takes us anywhere useful. No, I'm done with attempting that. So we exit. Unfortunately, that asteroid belt search didn't really work out, and I don't wish to risk my arse any further. We do, however, have some other stuff to examine out here, but I think... Survey data for Alpha Grens. While exploring a domain near a probe, your crews found a partially accessible memory bank. It contained full survey data for Alpha Grens 4, a volcanic world located some distance away from the centre of the Alpha Grens star system. The world is notable for having ultra-rich ore deposits. So I don't think we actually need to keep that. It had full survey data, so yeah, we can get rid of that, I guess. Do we need? I doubt we need to keep that. I don't really know. Some elements of the game are still confusing. So 8.7, 89 fuel, 8.7 days to get there. Does this take us too far away from our ability to get home? Let's find out on the next episode of Starsector. Thanks very much for joining us. Yet again, we've been embroiled in a very slow-paced episode of Starsector. But there you go. That's the name of the game when you are a space-faring merchant of the zero-G variety. So yeah, hopefully something exciting happens up here. Preferably not involving that massive fleet that wanted to try and insert its fist into my anus. We'll find out on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Take care now. Cheerio. And bye-bye.